was holding that one in for a while. I'm not sick. I am not sick. Hold on a second. I sound pretty terrible right now. I am not sick. I'm not sick. I can't really cough in my house. Otherwise, people run upstairs and they're like, I'm getting surgery in 8 days. Don't do this to me. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I'm just laughing because, like, I sounded amazing the whole day, and now I start the stream and now I sound really sick. I'm not sick. Okay, so what's going on here is that I have pretty much the worst and first HSV flare up right now. And I have a canker sore in the back of my throat that's making it really difficult to swallow. So I'm like clearing my throat. I sound a little bit better right now. Like constantly clearing my throat, constantly, blah, you know how it is. But I'll have you know that I will not be drinking tonight because it hurts. And I'm relying on my Tylenol. Speaking of which, because it really hurts. The sore is literally in the back of my throat right now. It's awful. Awful, and it sounds awful. I have to tour a venue tomorrow. And I have to wear a mask, and I hope that I'm not going to be turned away because of how bad I sound. Everybody can hear me, right? It'd be like, everybody can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me? Yeah? Oh my god, this lag. Oh, that's really loud. That's really loud. That was probably louder. Just dropped my Raycon. Damn, what is with this lag? What in the world? It's really loud. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, jeez. Should I just turn it off? I don't know how to fix that. It's so loud. Uh-oh. There's no, oh wait, there is ranked. I don't know what's missing. There's something missing from here. Anyways. I hope it's not too loud. I hope it's just because I have this setting turned, like, way up compared to the actual game. And for the people who just now joined, I am not sick. I have HSV, look it up. There's a sore in the back of my throat. Thank you. And I had a nap today. I woke up from the nap and I am pretty sure that I have an infection. Yay! So it's a little bit late tonight because of that, because thankfully I have like a telehealth app through Medi-Cal that I can just go on whenever I want to and schedule a video appointment whenever I want to, and it was taking a little bit long, but got it done. Got it all done. I have to pick up antibiotics and antivirals tomorrow Hope that takes care of all the issues. It's actually rare that a doctor will actually give me antivirals. Like, they take a couple weeks, but it's been a couple weeks since I've been sick. Like, what's a couple weeks more, you know? So, like, I don't know if anybody gets a lot of prescriptions like I do, but with every prescription that you get, it comes with, like, a packet of paper of, like, info and all that, and the date that you got it and everything. I have a feeling that my file for 2022 is just gonna be just insane. Oh no. Somehow I wasn't paying attention and I got my roll. Oh. I'm just gonna be nice at first, and then I'm gonna take what I want anyways. Oh no! You know what we're gonna do though? We're gonna see not my problem. Not our problem. Not my problem. Not my problem.
Shall we play today?
That's the way of the will. Not my problem. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Oopsies. Ha. Wait, you know what? That doesn't look like a copy paste. That looks like they just literally typed it in. That looks like they literally typed it in. Not my problem. Ooh, those peanut butter cups look good, but like... Oh, it's just gonna get stuck. It's just gonna get stuck in my throat and I'm gonna sound worse. Oh my god, they don't even have their masteries out. Like, oof. I almost swore. The criff? What the criff, guys? I feel like I sound younger. Oh, we're not gonna have exploding candles because we don't have the candles out. Oh my god, Fifi's pillow! No. Wait, what's this doing here? People are just out to get me this week. Oh, you didn't hear any of that, did you? um, okay, so basically, I have a sore in the back of my throat that's really big and really painful and really making it really hard for me to clear um my throat and my nose. And it sounds like I'm sick, but I'm not sick. It's just a really, really, really bad HSV flare up. Whoa, what's with all the drums? Yeah, so I had a doctor's appointment online, the one I told you about, and um oh, I hope that's not too loud. I don't know, man. I've been dealing with mouth sores like for I don't know, like 2 weeks now. The one on the back of my throat decided to show up like a day ago. But yeah, it was had the doctor's appointment. I also woke up from a nap today and I think I might have another infection. Like I think this is like my third one this year. Keep in mind, it's not even January 31st. Um, and yeah, so he gave me antibiotics for that I have to pick up tomorrow, and then he gave me antivirals. So you, we don't have a jungle. Okay, that's fine. So I don't know. It'll probably be another 2-3 weeks. Yay. But yeah, I don't know. It sounds worse than it is. Also, how would you like to start on the Minecraft series on Monday? Okay, cool. Mondays are usually the days that I can start earlier if I wanted to. So, like, instead of 9, I could probably start like 7 or 8. And I don't know how long you would want to. I don't know if you'd want to stream for it. I don't know how long you would want to stream. Um. Uh oh. Uh oh. If everybody could be quiet, that'd be great. Okay, yeah, for sure. I don't want to be like, hey, can we start in 15 minutes? Like, no. I don't even like people to call me unless, like, they give me, like, a 24-hour notice. I'm not sick. It's the HSV. You know what? The doctor didn't even ask me. He, like, asked me about symptoms related to, the infection and the HSV. He didn't really ask me anything about the dark times, so there's that. I need to get a new GP because he's not necessarily pushing the jab, but he's pushing the tests. And like, I don't know. This is just I don't want to get too into this because I don't even like bringing up this article these days because it was from November 2020, but Elon Musk um put out a tweet November 2020 saying that he got a dark times test. He got it 4 times in one day, same nurse, same test, and 2 of them came back negative and 2 of them came back positive. And um let's see. It was a rapid test. It was not the other kind of test. Um so yeah, I was just like, again, I want to confirm to everybody that this was over a year ago that this was made. And times do change. Medical stuff changes rather quickly. But that is a clear 50% fail rate if you ask me. So is my doctor expensive? Cause I haven't paid um for any of my medical stuff for the past 3 years because of Medi-Cal. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if he's expensive. He's the doctor that my stepdad also goes to. Um But yeah, I don't really know if he's expensive. But literally the only thing that I've ever paid for in the past 3 years is let's see, I think it was like a $25 charge at the dentist for like lidocaine shots or something like that. But other than that, I I can look it up, but I've literally gone through thousands of dollars in the past 3 years. That's all been covered. So I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't have found out about Medi-Cal.
In unison. Hear and feel
And when I just got on the plan, um, for a couple months, like they require you to choose a plan and like choose a doctor and everything. But for a couple of months before you choose the plan, I was literally able to walk into any doctor's office, any urgent care, anywhere, and just get treated for free. It was incredible. And now that I chose a plan, the nearest urgent care to me is like an hour and a half drive away. But luckily, my GP is like, I don't know, like less than 10 minutes away.
song consumed of a nation.
So free healthcare, it has its trade-offs, but um, now whenever I need to see urgent care, I just go on a tele teledoc, yeah. And again, that's free. Literally everything is free. It's amazing. Ooh, that was a really good trade.
I'll play any stage once.
But yeah, the most amount of money that I've ever paid, the only amount of money that I've ever paid in 3 years is $25. Because for whatever reason, I was getting a filling done, and they have to like do the shots and numb you up and everything, and like, I wonder what they would have said if if I was just like, oh, I have to pay for the lidocaine shots. I'm not doing that. Because I used to do that as a kid. Like, because the shots used to, like, freak me out as a kid. And I used to do fillings as a kid, like, without the numbing stuff, like, at all. Not really sure if they would let me do that now. What? 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Keep away. Stay away from me. No. No. Stay away from me. Thank you. Jeez, I hope I'm gonna have a voice left tomorrow to do the. That wasn't my fault. You saw. You saw. Yeah, I'm visiting a possible venue community center tomorrow. Um, by the way, I found out about a very interesting loophole. I'm gonna wait for 300 so I can get some boots. Very interesting loophole. I'm not sure if this is the whole United States or if this is just California, but apparently,
Magic is
if like say you have a venue and you want to sell alcohol, okay? Um
waiting.
if you want like cuz I on all these papers that I've been seeing on these venues, they've been saying if you are selling alcohol, you need to have a licensed bartender. And I was just like, well, technically, they said if we're selling it, but we're not planning on selling it. We're planning on getting a couple of kegs and then giving it away. So technically, we're not selling it, right? So my friend, who is a licensed bartender, um, I like texted her about it, and she texted her instructor about it, and she was just like, "Yep, for whatever reason, you only need a licensed bartender if you're selling the alcohol, but if you're giving it away, they don't care." It's weird. I don't know. It's a loophole. And I even asked this place that I'm going to tour, I was just like, so, like, we're not, like, your paperwork says if we're selling the alcohol, we need the bartender to be certified. But we're not planning on selling it. And she's like, yeah, you can do that. It's like, okay, all right. Because the reason why, like, they need, yeah, like, cause this actually happened to me at a wedding before I turned 21. Um I believe they did have an open bar, but obviously like I wasn't 21. They were checking IDs. I think I ended up going there to get like Shirley Temples or something, I don't know, but um after the ceremony, I think this was when I was 19 or something. Um
Practice makes perfect.
but right after the ceremony, they were handing out either apple cider or champagne to everybody. And they're just like, oh yeah, like so, like here's the champagne, everybody. And the waitress goes to hand one to me and Fifi, and I was just like, oh, we're not 21.
Life
And she
is a
like
beautiful ballet.
glanced around very obviously and just handed them to us. And we're just like, okay. Like it was just handed to us.
Has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
You know, I think now that I think about it, I think that's like the first full glass of alcohol I've ever had. No, 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 we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. No, 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 no. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. You saw.
They'll be
Um,
fine.
but I don't really know how they're gonna like I don't know how they're gonna enforce it.
Enemy killing
Like when it
spree.
gets down to it, I don't really know how they're gonna enforce it. Like, um, obviously we can't have like bottles on every table because like I don't know how they enforce it. Even if we give it away, like I don't know how we enforce it. Like make sure that there's not going to be like that waitress, I don't know what she was thinking. Okay, like to this day I look back and I'm like that was really stupid.
Not so much.
But but yeah, it's a weird technicality. I checked in with multiple people about this and they're like, "Yep, if you're not selling it, you don't have to regulate it." It's like, "Okay. Okay."
Strings move and people dance in time with the memories.
Oh, she got me. Okay, it's time for the Your Name story. I legitimately forgot about it for a few weeks. It's time. Are you ready?
The rhythm connects us all.
I don't know if this girl's mad at me or not. It's not my fault. How did that miss?
Enemy rampage.
Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. So, this was at Fifi's house. They were watching it at their house with, I don't know, one, two, like five other people, I guess. They're downstairs watching it. They're all guys, by the way. Um,
Tap.
and so I was upstairs. I think I was playing League of Legends or something. Like I was busy. So I didn't
Celebrate.
walk into the movie. Like I mean, I walked into it maybe at, I don't know, a quarter of the way through. So I didn't see the beginning or whatever. Um, I should have pulled up a synopsis because I don't really explain movies too well. Don't you do it? That wasn't my fault. You saw. You saw. That wasn't my
Has
fault.
been
I
slain.
can't do anything.
An enemy
Um,
smile.
okay, so I'm really bad at explaining movies.
Enemy has
Okay,
been
so
slain.
let me know if I do a good job, okay? It's basically about like two characters in two different timelines, or the same timeline, but like 3 years apart, I think. And they share the same conscience a little bit, and it's kind of like a mystery to where like
This is no
I don't know,
ordinary
like there was
instrument.
like a comet and a piece breaks off a comet and like it destroys the town or whatever, and they're trying to figure out like, okay, like how do we get the people out of this town? Um, am I doing a good job? I feel like I'm not making any sense. Um, this was also when it first came out, like maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I can't. Okay. What is with this guy? Okay. Makes a little sense? Okay. Okay, so basically, these two people, guy and a girl, share a conscience, not share a conscience, share like consciousness, I guess. I can't do anything. Um, but like these people lived like 3 years apart. Like, so the guy lives in the future and the girl lives 3 years in the past, and they're talking to each other and everything. And I don't remember why it's called Your Name or whatever, but like, I don't know, they don't like learn the other's name or whatever. Anyways, spoiler alert, if you've never seen the movie, basically what happens is that the guy like figures out, he was just like, I found the town that you're in, but there's no town here. There's a big crater. And she was just like, oh, there's a crater? That's weird. So that's when they kind of figure out, oh, they're 3 years apart, because he starts asking around. He was just like, there's a town here. Where the heck is the town? And they're like, oh, that's like blah blah town. It got wiped off the face of the earth by a comet um 3 years ago. And he's just like, oh my god, I can warn this girl about this comet that's gonna wipe her town off the face of the earth. So um I guess he gets her to believe him, and so she tries to evacuate the town. She was just like, okay, like it was like the night of some festival or whatever. Everybody's in kimonos. Also, forgive me. I know that there's different styles of kimono, um, but I'm not. Again, this was like 3, 4 years ago that I saw this movie. So it was some kind of festival, and I was just like, "Wow, cool! It's nighttime." Okay, okay. Here's the comment. You don't mind the spoilers? Okay. This is like, okay, here's the comet, blah blah. And then a piece of the comet breaks off, and she was just like, oh my god, it's happening. My town is gonna be obliterated. So the first thing she does is she goes to her friends and family and tries to make them believe her. We are dead. We are dead. Oh, we're good? Are we good? Oh, I don't know what that does. I don't know what that does. Okay. Um, so she tries to get her friends and family, like, to go, and then they don't believe her. They're just like, oh no, this happens every, like, whatever, 1,000 years or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Um, so, oh no, this team, man. She's not gonna make it out, though, because she keeps going back. This is a long story, anyways. But yeah, so she tries to evacuate the whole town. When that doesn't work, she tries to evacuate her family. When that doesn't work, instead of getting the heck out of the town before it blows up, she decides to just stay. She was just like, oh man, I guess I'm just gonna stay with them. And then the town blows up and she dies. And I'm just like, sorry, what? Like, so yeah, so I basically, like, after the movie, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was just like in a ranty mood. I think that was back when I worked at Uber Eats or whatever, and I was just kind of in a bad mood in the first place. And I saw that and I was just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, as soon as, like, if I was in this girl's position and I knew this terrible thing was gonna happen, and I tried to get everybody out of the town. I tried to get my friends and family out of the town. I knew it was gonna happen, and they didn't want to. I'd just be like, okay, like I would just like say my last goodbyes and everything, and I would get the criff out of there. And um, but apparently the entire group. Okay, what the heck is going on? Okay, I did place it. So apparently the entire group disagreed with me on that. They're just like, no, you should just die together. And I'm just like, excuse me, what? Like, it was, I don't know. There's a little bit more. There's a little bit more than that, but like from what I remember, it was like one of the worst fights, like one of the worst group fights that I've ever had. It was just like, no, like you saw, like she literally tried to get everybody to go with her. It's just like, ugh, like I don't, I don't know. Go ahead. I would love to hear a counterpoint
I'll play any song you
because
want.
I'm not necessarily a good arguer, and neither are they. So it could have just been like a
Fortissimo.
bad times. I don't know. Does that make sense? It was just like, why though?
Practice makes perfect.
What? This is the most infuriating team comp I have ever, excuse me, seen. So many stuns. Like, my god. Okay, I don't understand why my mana keeps going. But
Art is
it
often
has kind of a
lost
happy
in the
ending.
shadows.
Like, even though the town blows up and everything, um his consciousness skips to another girl, and this time, like, I can't really remember if it was like on different times, um but it's another girl, and it's like in the same town.
The rhythm connects us all.
Come on, somebody can get him. Come on. Yes. Okay.
This brings me no joy. My music is my
What
voice.
is this name? 10-cent CEO farts. You know, okay, it's dumb, although some people live to take care of their family or friends, and without them, they can't go out. For example, widowers sometimes slack on their health and die after their partners dies. That is like a cultural difference that I would like to point out because I'm pretty sure that like most animes, this did take place in Japan, and I know they put a different kind of they have kind of like a difference on how they view families and stuff like that. Um, and like if I remember correctly, she was still a high schooler, so I don't really know if they have like whatever like CPS or orphanages or whatever the heck they do over there. I would need to do some research on it. But yeah, you do have a point that there might be a cultural difference. That's something that I'm kind of like figuring out. Like, I've had to do so much research just to understand like the customs and what the heck is going on. Um, and I've been watching this. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Shh. Okay, so it's called Miss the Dragon. It's basically a Chinese drama that I've been watching. It says episode 18, but I am on episode 22, I think, or 23. 23, I think. And um, I've only ever watched
The world is cruel
Japanese.
until you
I've never
change
watched
it.
Japanese dramas, but I
Never
watched
stop
like
believing.
anime. Um, like I don't watch it like I've watched enough, I guess, to know that like the
Double time.
to know like certain customs and everything. And so basically I think Miss the Dragon takes place like it supposedly takes place over like 1,000 years or something like that. And it's basically about um like a god, I guess. He's called the Dragon Prince or Dragon King, sorry, Dragon King. And like he falls in love with this girl, but for like the subtitles are a little bit like kind of kind of dingy, so I don't really know what's going on half the time. Just like, wait, but why? Like they're doing this, but why? Like I don't understand. Um, but like basically they can't be together for like 1,000 years, so she's human and he's not, and he has to like follow her throughout her lifetimes or whatever, because she lives like 4 lifetimes, um, and then like before they can end up together. It only has 36 episodes, so, and I'm on 23, so like I don't know, a few more hours, but like just like I never really realized how much more different Chinese culture is from uh Japanese. Like I'm assuming that this takes place like um do they still have emperors? Do they still have a Chinese emperor? Is what do they do? Are they doing prime minister? I don't know. I don't really know too much about modern China. Um I have to say this takes place maybe in the Ming Dynasty. Maybe. It's like it's like far away. Long time ago. Far, far away. But it's just like they keep talking about like there's stuff that I had to look up where it's just like they keep talking about like demons and like a bird demon and a fox demon, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And so I looked it up and I was just like, oh, like, you know, and then like even like I don't know, like certain things in the show where it's just like it's like let's see, the lifetime that I'm watching now, the girl is a general because her dad was a general and he only had a daughter, and he was just like, no, she's strong enough, she can take over. So he dies, and then so he she's the general and everything, but um they won the war, she's not a general anymore. Now they're looking to make her a consort, which is basically like um I looked this up today. Why can't I remember what a consort is? Okay, it's basically like marrying into a monarchy, basically. So like you're not royal, but like you're royal by marriage, I guess. That's what that means. So they're just like, yep, we won the war. There's no need for us to have an army or general anymore. Um, yeah, we're just gonna train you to be a consort. And there's like little things like throughout the lifetimes that I've been picking out where it's just like, oh, like, that's not proper. That's not proper. This is kind of looked down on. That's kind of looked down on. Like, I've been noticing like pure cultural differences. That's just kind of like, wow, like that's just mind blowing and so interesting to learn. Yeah, royal by marriage. Okay. And it's just like in it, like, cause like they even have like the costuming. I don't know what kind of a costumer they have in this, but like this costumer, like, I am gonna die. We're all gonna die. Um, like, I'm just blown away like the craftsmanship and the culture, and like even though it's a fantasy drama, like they're clearly using like certain clothes. Like I didn't know this, but like Chinese brides wear red on their wedding day. I just think that's so interesting. um yeah, of course we didn't win. And like just like looking at like living in America, living in like Southern California, and you know I haven't seen the movie Encanto yet. The Colombian based Disney animated movie. I know it's not. Yeah, apparently they wear red on the wedding day. Hold on, I have to look this up. This is like one of the things that I didn't look up. I'm gonna cover the screen really quick. Hold on. Hold on a second. Nope, I'm not looking at the chat. We are not looking in the chat. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Hold on. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. Ugh, excuse me. Okay. On the day of the wedding, the groom and bride wear red costumes because their color symbolizes good luck. In China, the groom's family is responsible for the cost of the wedding. I'm learning so much about other cultures just by watching this show. Okay, here we go. Can you see? Because I would have doxed myself if I hadn't have hit my screen there. I would have completely doxed myself. um, yeah, apparently they wear red for good luck, and I know that there's like um, I don't know if they're gonna have a Chinese New Year parade in LA this year. I don't even know if I want to go to it. Like I think I kind of want to go to it. I don't remember when Chinese New Year is. I think it's in February. But there's a Chinese New Year parade in Chinatown in LA every year, and like I don't go every year, but like I don't know, once in a while I'll just be like, yeah, let's go. You know, we'll take the train down there so we don't have to park and deal with all that. Um, I don't know if they're gonna do it this year. But yeah, like going and learn like watching these like movies and shows and everything and learning about their culture, like it just like I just kind of turn around and I'm just like, wow, you know, they're kind of right. White people don't have culture. Like I know there's like the never mind. We don't have culture. Like we don't have like I don't know, like I guess like being white in America, I guess there we don't really have culture. We just have this big melting pot of like celebrating other. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But like, oh no. Oh, I got it again. I wasn't paying attention. I got it again. Wow. Incredible. When is Chinese New Year's? I know it's in February. I'll look it up on my phone really quick. But um like I know in Japan they have like of course this is like Asian culture and like Asian culture in particular um there's South Asian, which is like Philippines, India. I think they consider India to be South Asian. And then there's Chinese, Japanese, South Korean, North Korean, and like they have like mini races within the race. And I can actually kind of pick out differences between like Chinese and Japanese. I don't know how to explain it. Like their faces just look a little bit different. They're similar but just a little bit different. Does that make sense? I'm gonna change my skin. I don't think that one's giving me luck. Speaking of, I think this is the prettiest skin. Okay, when is it? I have to look this up. Okay, Tuesday, February 1st. Um, Year the Tiger. I think my mom is the Year of the Tiger. Doesn't make any sense. 1950? That doesn't make any sense. 1950, 2022. The 12? I don't know how it works. Just like the different style of clothes like they wear in Korea, Japan,
Welcome to
China.
Summoner's Rift.
Like there's like I'm gonna go ahead and talk about something that's
30 seconds until
been
minions
on my
spawn.
mind about not the latest
Confuse an
and
empty
just like that
stage.
Sex in the City, but like I know I'm talking about cultures and I'm also talking about Sex in the City. Like what? Um, hold on, I have to look up. Yeah, doesn't it
Minions have
doesn't
spawned.
look like they'll be doing
Find inspiration in
doesn't look like they'll be
every
doing the
laugh
parade this year.
and every tear.
Toast new video guess on nationality. Toast? Is that a YouTube channel? Anyways, basically like they've been introducing in and just like that, basically the complaint about the original Sex and the City is like they don't really have too many people of color in there. So they've been introducing people of color but like as friends to each girl from Sex and the City. And one of them's black, one of them's I have to really think about this.
Practice makes perfect.
I don't I'm really trying to think. Who is Miranda's best friend? I know her love interest is non-binary, even though she's married. We can talk a little bit about that.
The right
It's not really something I particularly care about as much as the other fans. Um but yeah, so anyway, Carrie, um the main character who lost her husband in the first episode, her best friend is Indian. And this particular friend is in her 50s. She's a very successful realtor and her parents are not happy that she isn't married. And so like in I guess the second to the last episode that I've seen, there's I don't really remember what they called it. There's like some sort of like traditional thing that they had to go to, and Carrie invited herself, like the I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but Carrie's friend is just like, oh man, I have to go to another one of these traditional Indian things, and I don't have a husband and I have to face my parents, and ugh, like I don't want to face this thing alone. And Carrie's like, well, I could go with you, like, and the whole thing takes place in a sari shop, Sari, and I was just like, oh boy, like, is this actually like, are they gonna make this make sense? Like, are these actually saris in this shop? Like, how are they gonna screw this up? You know, and they didn't actually screw it up as much.
Celebrate.
Um, I checked in. There were a couple articles on um like this one particular article
Minions
where
activate.
um this girl who is Indian, she checked in with like she showed pictures of the show to her Indian aunties, I guess they call it. I guess it was like her mom and grandma. I don't really know how it works. I'm sorry if I'm getting something mixed up. But so she showed pictures of the outfits that Carrie was wearing, her friend was wearing, and the outfits in the shop. And they're just like, there is not a single sari in this entire shop. So they got saris wrong. I don't think there was a sari in the entire episode. Um, and the outfit that Carrie wore was not a sari, it was like another kind of traditional outfit. And they also pointed out that Carrie's friend was wearing a gold belt with her, with whatever she was wearing. I don't really remember the episode. And the one thing that they pointed out that I thought was interesting was they're like, the gold belt symbolizes a bride. Like this is something that a bride usually wears. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting. That's like, I mean, you'd think that they check these things out before writing them into the show, right? Um, and also,
An enemy has been
they had a
slain.
big issue with Carrie's hairstyle. she had like kind of like a flower lay kind of thing going on with her hair, and she like had it braided into her hair too. And I was just like, ooh, that doesn't look very that doesn't, I don't know, it just didn't look very Indian to me. For what I know, and they pointed it out, and that was one detail that they absolutely hated. They were just like, why did they do that? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why did they do that? It looks ugly. It's like, I don't know. They're trying. It's been 30 years. They're trying. Wait, has it been 30 years or 20? I think it's been like more like 20. And anyways, the non-binary character, her name is Shay in the she's played by Sarah Ramirez. She looks kind of familiar. Um but yeah, she's non-binary. Um Forgive me. I'm not entirely sure if that means that she's bi or a lesbian. Um I'm feeling really stupid right now. I'm really sorry if I get something wrong.
and feel
Um
independent.
I think non-binary is like non-conforming to um a gender, I guess. I'm really trying to be like not ignorant over here. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about. But they've written her in to be kind of a jerk. And that's something that non-binary means abstain from gender. So, okay, so they them. Okay. So yeah, but they've written her in to be kind of a jerk. Like a couple things is like she knows that Miranda's married, sleeps with her anyway.
Some are
Um
the ones.
they not they okay. Yeah, she knows that Miranda's married, sleeps with her anyways. Smokes weed in enclosed spaces where there are other people around. Nothing wrong with weed. It's just like
Arrangements.
never once does she ask anyone around her if this is okay. And not only that, offers the weed to Miranda's underage son.
Allegro.
And not to mention, like, she's sassy and snarky, but, like,
King
not.
or
I
conqueror.
wouldn't say it's in, like, the healthy kind of way. It's just kind of like a, wow, you're just being a jerk just to be a jerk. They've written, like, that's the kind of persona that they've written this character as. And, like, even though they do exist out there, I'm just like, really? Like, this is the kind of person that you choose? Like, I don't know.
The symphony never
I don't
ends.
know, but the general consensus is that everybody hates this character, and I don't think that that's the kind of front that we need to be putting out with not only diverse people, but just the LGBTQ plus community as a whole. I don't think that's kind of, yeah, a bad influence. I don't really think, and everybody mostly in the community agrees with me on this. They could have done this a lot better. But I am genuinely enjoying this show, and maybe the reviews are kind of ruining it for me a little bit, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Killing spree. Keep an eye out for music snacks.
I don't have any mana left. Dang. But my friend
Of the heart.
who's lesbian, she came over last Thursday and we just like hung out. And no, Friday, last Friday, and she came over and like we hung out and watched Osmosis Jones since it was on Netflix. And then I don't know, we kind of ran out of things to watch, and I'm like, oh, the new and just like that episode is on. Like, you want to watch it? And she's like,
Joy of the
like
heart.
it's just gonna be another like it's like Sex in the City, right? And she's like, like they don't do like anything like right in that show. Like the characters are dumb and like it's like all heterosexual stuff, and like it's outdated. Like they don't celebrate different kinds of characters and blah blah. Why are you shooting at me?
You're doing
You,
fine.
you can't. Um, and I was just like, no, 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 it's different. Hold on, like, come on. I think we're like 7 episodes in. I think this was episode 7 that we watched. And I was just like, no, 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 come on, it's different. And she was very impressed. She was just like, oh my god, there's women sleeping together, and it's like not toxic, and it's awesome, and like, let's see, I don't know, like in, oh my god, Charlotte's daughter is let's see, is like going towards like female to male trans, and oh my gosh, like wow, like, so for somebody just going into it blindly from an from like an LGBT standpoint, like she was like, I'm not saying that she was almost in tears, but I'm just saying that she was very impressed of how far along we've come.
Never be afraid to listen.
Like, and it is like, it's basically the story of people in their 50s trying to navigate the very very different world of today, whereas 20 years ago they were making, like, there were, I think, a couple bi characters in the series that were like, other characters would try to change them into being more heterosexual, and I don't know, it was just a different world back then, and
Which
they're
arrangement was
really
best?
really trying to make a change here, and it's commendable. They could have kept that person being a bad influence and non-binary, although if they introduced them better without their core part, that would be okay.
Encore! Encore! A wrong, not vicious. A happy little accident.
But I don't know, like the whole, going back to the whole sorry thing, um I find it kind of hilarious that everybody's just like, there's no sorries at all in this episode. I think the mom was wearing a sari,
Practice makes
but
perfect.
they're just like, do you see any saris in this show? And the aunties are like, no. So it's just like, you couldn't get one
An
outfit
enemy
right.
has been slain. Double kill.
Kind of annoying.
An ally has been slain.
Think they have a good intention for the show, but they just forget how to do things. Like research.
Intensity
Exactly, like
breeds
research. They forget how to
resentment.
do basic research. Oh boy.
Turret plate will
It's
fall
okay, I got
soon.
this. I got this. I got this. I got this.
I'll play any stage once. Some just the
But
once.
I'm really appreciating the effort. I don't know. There was this one part in the episode where, like, I don't know, Carrie, even though she writes,
Magic tricks could
she's
save a
trying to
life.
release another book, and she released a book, and like, but she tried to submit it to her publisher, and her publisher's like, this is about like the death of your husband, and like, I feel like you wrote this more for yourself than for other people. How about you start dating again? And mind you, this is maybe about 4 months
I fought
um
them.
after her husband passed away. So I was just like, this might be a little bit too soon to start dating again. I remember my mom like got comment like, this is like insane. Like now that I think about it, but the funeral, at the actual funeral for my father, somebody was asking her, when are you gonna start dating again?
Beautiful balance.
And girl, if that ain't the most inappropriate time to mention dating, I don't know what is.
Down.
I'm bi, by the way.
An enemy has been
I'm paying
slain.
attention. I'm bi. But more romantically attracted to men than sexually, and more sexually attracted to women than romantically.
Your team
anyway, so
My music warms old souls and soothes hardened
yeah, like
hearts.
I think back and I'm like, wow, like that was just really out of line. You'd think people would be a little bit more smart than that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, in the episode they're like, why don't you start dating again so that you can have like a little bit more stuff to go off of? And she's like, okay, and she signs up to like a Tinder like dating app or whatever. And but it's like one of those dating apps for people over
Everyone
50.
loves a show.
Um, what? No, 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 no. Okay, we got this. Oh, she's bad. Okay, cool. Anyways, so she signs up on the app, and
A
first of
love
all,
story has been snapped.
literally every single man on the app over 50, I swear they were clones. Like, I feel like they took a picture of the same man. It was just like, okay, now we're gonna change your outfit. Now we're gonna have to change your hair a little bit. We're gonna have to give you like a beauty mark on your left side of your cheek. I don't know. They looked like clones
Don't
to
make
me.
me get all
Um,
Scottish.
and so I like so we continue in the episode and everything, and she settles on this man that like he's in his 50s. He's a man in his 50s, and like so they sit down at dinner, and it's kind of awkward at first, and
I find
um
inspiration in every
like
small
I don't
gesture.
even remember how they get onto the topic of death, but I guess that's just what happens when you're in your 50s. I don't know. I'm barely 30. I don't understand. Um, but yeah, so they get on the topic of um like I don't know. I think he like straight up asked like, so like, have you been married before? And she's like, yeah, once. My husband passed away like a couple months ago, and he was just like, oh, my wife passed from cancer like a couple years ago, and it gets really awkward. And she was just like, you know what? How about we order some more drinks? So, and they walk out of the restaurant like a couple hours later, and they're just like throwing up. They're throwing all their guts up and everything, and I'm just like,
The rhythm
yep,
connects
that's pretty accurate for being in your 50s. Yeah, it was super awkward, but I don't know. Like I don't really have room to talk here because again, I'm not in my 50s. Um but
The symphony never ends.
also something that everybody seems to like pointing out in this is two characters in particular. Um no, I guess three. There's Miranda, who is a redhead, and she decided to not color her hair, so it's gone gray,
And
which not really everybody, not a whole lot of people can pull off gray, but I think she looks pretty good, and they keep making stabs at it every now and then. They're just like like, oh my gosh, like you look so old, you look so old, you look so old, blah blah. And then there's that one episode where Carrie had to have a hip replacement, and one of the reviewers was just like, this isn't 95, this is 55. Like, what are they doing with the hip replacement? And then when I watched the episode, it turned out that it was like congenital disorder that she's had for like her whole life, and it didn't get bad until she was 55. And then don't even get me started on Steve, Miranda's husband, who, like, again,
together
this could
we
just
are
be from
one.
lifestyle. Um, I don't really remember how, we don't really know how Steve was in his childhood, but he's very, very, very hard of hearing. And it tends to bother a lot of people. Like, I don't know, like, you hear him talk and you hear him speak and you hear him like you like watch him converse with people and he's just like, what, huh, what do you say? It's just like, hold on. And it's just like he sounds like he's in his 80s, and his hear like, but anyways, with the hearing thing can easily be explained by hearing loud music, like growing up in the 80s or whenever they, I guess the 80s, like growing up with very very loud music. So I personally know a couple people that have hearing loss before 30 years old because of their musical lifestyles when they were younger. So the hearing part is believable. Um, Not necessarily sure about the whole like how he sounds. I guess I don't know.
Every note is important.
Yeah, my mom. Ever since my mom went gray, I think I don't remember. I've never seen her with fully gray hair. Um, but like during the pandemic, like, cause she's always box dyed it. Like she doesn't go to the salon to get it done because of how expensive it's gotten.
So do we.
Um, but so I've never seen her with gray hair before. But like she's always done like a box dye. She does roots maybe I don't know once a month. And she said like during the pandemic she was thinking about not
This is
doing it.
no ordinary
She was thinking about, yeah, like a lot of my friends, like, they're used to going to salons and they just decided to let it go gray because they don't know how to dye it themselves. Imagine that, not being able to dye it yourself. Because I dye mine myself. She said she was thinking about it, but she went like a month and she was like looking at it closely to see how it was gonna grow back, and she said it's not even entirely gray. There's patches of it that's still my natural color, and she just thought it would be kind of like weird. She said it would look kind of weird, but no, no, think. Oh, she's bad. She's bad, but she's gonna get the tower, so.
A raw
But
is just
not everybody. What? What? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What's happening? How does it become gray? The loss of melanin in the hair follicles. Yeah, the color of somebody's skin and hair is based on the amount of melanin in their skin and their hair follicles. And you can lose your melanin in your hair based on stress. Like US presidents, like they have a saying called age like a president because it's an extremely stressful job, and they'll literally age 10 years in the span of 4 years, and it's because of stress. Like nobody has any idea like the amount of stress, the amount of like health issues caused by stress and that kind of stuff. But yeah, they don't really know why you start to lose the melanin, but yeah, like at some point, like again, based on stress, diet, there's like genetics, age, there's like a lot of stuff that can contribute to somebody going gray. It's not just age in some cases. I have a couple of friends in their mid 30s that have started to go gray. One particular friend that I know of started to go gray at 25. Um, but again, it was something that just ran in the family. So in that case, it was probably more likely genetics. But there's actually a lot of stuff that we don't know about the human body. I'm just telling you, like, what I learned in school, because I did go to school for that. Um, Also, did you know that hair is made out of the same hard keratin? Okay, skin is made of keratin. It's a protein, And hair and nails is made of hard keratin. Oh my god, I didn't. Ugh, I got it again! No way. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can contribute to that.
What masterpiece shall
So,
we play
like,
today?
I don't really know what your stress level is. Could be genetics. I know it's definitely not age. It most likely will be genetics in your case. Yeah, pretty much. Nails is just hard skin too. And everybody sheds. All the dust that you see in your room and everything, that's most likely the majority of it is skin cells. Literally, if you rub your nails over your skin, you go whoosh like that, you've just littered your whole area with dead skin cells. Sorry if you actually did that. But yes, you'll get a new set of skin every approximate 28 to 30 days. And the top layer will just slough off without you even noticing it. So you'll get an entirely new set of skin in about 28 to 30 days. There's a few different levels of skin. There's the type of skin that I is within the scope that I can deal with is the subcutaneous layer, which is the fatty layer, um, the dermis, which is a layer above that, and the epidermis, which is the part that gets removed during a peel. And it's the part where if you wipe your skin, you've just scattered all your skin cells everywhere. And then under the subcutaneous layer is muscle, and then tendon, and then bone. What about scars? I'm a little bit spotty in my um I'm a little bit spotty in my knowledge about scars. What did you want to know? Oh, do scars grow more skin?
My music is my voice.
You can get them like the whole thing about a scar is that like let's say you get hurt, the type of treatment that you do directly after you get the injury will determine the outcome of the scar. Um, you can there's stuff like bio oil where if it's just like it's barely showing up, there are products that claim to make the scar a little bit less noticeable. Um, but really in scars, it's just about the treatment that you take directly after. Um, but typically, no, you can't really make them go away. Not entirely.
The symphony never ends. The joy of an audience is always worth it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's all about, I wouldn't say prevention, because, like, the injury, like, I'm assuming the injury already happened, but yeah, it's just basically what actions were taken directly after the injury.
A wrong note is just a
And
heavy
it can make it
accident.
more or less noticeable based on if you scar light or dark. which I don't know how it's possible, but I tend to scar light. So like all the scars that I have, they're a little bit, I don't know. I would say they're like maybe a shade lighter than the rest of my skin. So like people of color typically tend to scar darker. Oh, that's interesting. But I think I can count how many scars I have like on one hand. Like I have um one on my left hand. Is it my left or my right? One on my left hand. It's shaped like an eye. I got it from a classmate um that scratched me, and I don't know why it's scarred, but it's scarred in the shape of an eye. And then on my left elbow, I have a couple of scars. That was from a cat scratch. I had a cat that didn't like my dad, so I was like holding the cat, and my dad walked in, and the cat jumped out of my arms and scratched me. Um, let's see, I have one on my. Dang, I have so many scars on the left side of my body. um, I have one on my left foot, the top of my left foot, because I was little and I was standing in a glass bowl and the glass bowl broke and it kind of like left a. I forgot to mute everybody. That bee skin is lit. I don't know what you're talking about. Is somebody playing BMO? I don't know what you're talking about. Um, yeah, glass bowl broke on my foot because nobody was watching me and it broke on my foot. Let's see. The right side of the right side of my face, right next to my right eye. I think I talked about this a little bit, but I ran into a glass table. The glass did not break. It was like must have been like the way I ran into the table leg. Um, but yeah, I have a scar on my face from that. I had to get stitches at 4 years old on my face. That was fun for everybody involved. Let's see. Um, I have another scar on the left side of my body where I got a mole removed because it was big and I didn't like it, so I just got it removed. Yeah, I ran into a glass table, but it wasn't because of the glass, it was because of how I ran into the leg. And my skin just like I ran into it and the skin just split open. And let's see, from a mole on my left side, and I think I got another one removed on that side too, but I don't remember. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Thank you. I also have a scar on my scalp from another mole that I had removed because it was becoming like it would like bleed whenever I brush my hair. That is not my problem. You saw that. That's not my problem. I was out of mana. It's not my fault, not my problem. Um the newest scar that I have is I got another mole removed on my right side because I didn't like it. No, that's not the only reason. It was kind of bleeding a little bit, so I was just like, number one, I would have all these moles on my sides getting rid of if I could, because every once in a while they bleed, and then I get them checked out, and then they're just like, oh, yep, it's just benign. Like, I don't care if it's benign. Let's see, one, two, three, four. I think I've had 4 moles removed in total, but the ones that stick out are mostly on my sides, and I think I have like 5 to 10 of those. But they didn't really stick out as much. Like every once in a while, like they'll bleed, but I get them checked out, and they're like, nope, nothing cancerous about them. They just bled. It's like, okay. But I think I've had 3 or 4 removed. Definitely 3. And the doctor that did the first 2 or 3 moles was the same doctor that had to stitch up my face when I was 4. And he was still kind of traumatized from that. So he was kind of surprised when I was just like, yes, I'd like to have these removed. And he's like, are you sure? There's gonna be shots, numbing shots. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Whatever. So he was like still kind of traumatized from that, but he was just like, oh, okay, you're cool now. I'm just like, yeah, because I'm not 4 years old getting my face stitched up. Not today. Why did you do that? Am I gonna have to get another soda? Jeez. Oh, also, I still like amazed whenever I take out my old textbook and read this just to make sure, but every square inch of skin on your body has about 2 miles, if you line them all up, 2 miles of capillaries and blood vessels. Every square inch. Isn't that cool? So from the subcutaneous layer to the epidermis. So that doesn't include the muscle or anything, just the 3 layers of skin. Yeah, because you keep running in when I tell you not to. I haven't told him to do anything, but go ahead. I don't know if you're typing it right now or if you're waiting for me. You don't need to wait for me, you can just ask. This is a really annoying comp. This is really annoying. It's okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, the ow, just really hurts to swallow. Is my Tylenol starting to not work? For whatever reason, it doesn't like show the exact number of viewers. Like I'm watching on my phone and it should show like how many people are watching and it only says 1. And when it should be 2 because I'm watching it. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, she's probably gonna do her ult. I don't know if you already heard, you can go ahead and ask. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's literally nothing I can do for you, girl.
The joy of dance is always worth it.
Oh my god. There's literally nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. No way. Okay, I'll try and protect her from if Ash decides to do her thing. Lazy eye correction surgery. Yeah,
Encore.
I would assume it's not covered by insurance, and because I don't know, like
A happy little accident.
if it doesn't like if it's just how it looks and not how it feels, or if you can't live, I don't want to say the word normally. If it disrupts your life, I guess, or it causes pain,
The metronome.
I'm pretty sure it would be covered by insurance. Otherwise, I think it would be considered cosmetic.
In every smile and every
Because
cry.
last time I had that mole removed, literally the only reason why they removed one at all is because it was actively bleeding. Um, and then when I told her, I was just like, "Oh yeah, like can I have all these removed too?" And she's like, "Well, is there anything wrong with them, or do you not just not like how they look?" And she's like, and I'm like, "I don't like how they look." And she's like, "Well, unfortunately, that would be considered cosmetic, and I can't do that for you. It's not covered." And I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, like anything that doesn't impede your life. Like
Those are the real
I don't really believe in plastic surgery. Like unless it causes like disruption to your life in some way. Like I promise you your life is not being disrupted because your boobs are too small. I promise you. Or because your butt is too small, or because your chin doesn't look a certain way. I promise you that your life isn't being impeded by how those look. Um, However, like, or how your nose looks. However, um, I do believe in corrective surgery when it comes to certain things. Like, if you've been in a terrible accident and you need that cosmetic surgery, or
can
if you
make us
have
all.
what's that thing where your nose is uneven or whatever? I don't remember what that's called, but there's like Fifi actually has that, um, where like um, the middle cartilage of your nose, like one side is like tilted, and it will like
Here's
make
to
it harder to breathe. Um, in that case, I would be like, yeah, go ahead and get the surgery done. It should be covered,
you look
because
for me
that would be
and I'll
impeding
look out for you.
on your life. Yeah, exactly. A burn victim, medical disorder that messes with your breathing, your happiness, your pain levels. Exactly. But it's just like, I remember not so long ago. Do you know who Lana Del Rey is? That's a stupid question. I kind of like she kind of fell off the face of the earth for a couple years, so I just wanted to make sure. But I remember like 11 years ago she came out and everything, and like I mean not came out like sexually, but uh yeah, like this isn't a game that I want to continue. Let's see, it's only 10:30. Okay, I think I'll switch to ARAM at this point. Um, but yeah, Lana Del Rey came out. She was like "Summertime Sadness" is a song that I guess everybody knows at this point. Um, you sucked. I'm sorry, but you sucked. She's probably gonna go in the comments. My son, I didn't know what she was doing. Um, Oh, she didn't actually complain about me. But yeah, Lana Del Rey was really, really popular. And 10 years ago, I clearly remember um, all of a sudden people were just like dropping off the face of her page, going like, She got a nose job. She definitely got a nose job. Like, it looks different. Oh my god. Like, shameful, shameful. And then you go 10 years to now, and it's not only accepted, it's encouraged for people to go out and get these surgeries. And that's not necessarily something that I agree with. Like, to me, it just feels like peer pressure, and it's just like, we went from you're beautiful the way you are to like these people going out and getting surgeries to make their jaws and their noses and their faces look smaller or different or like more conforming to the style. And it's just like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Like, there's one like cosmetic surgery that I can kind of understand for a kid. Um and it, you know, the thing where like the ears stick out? Like the ears literally just stick out. Um that's one of the only corrective surgeries, like corrective cosmetic surgeries that I can sort of agree with.
Let's change the world.
Yeah, I don't think it should be something that's encouraged. Like the cosmetic surgery, because it's just like there's, because it's cosmetic, like unless you get a nose job and you also have that thing going on where it messes with your breathing. Excuse me, sir, this is a kid friendly channel. Yeah, you can go ahead and have her. I don't care. But yeah, like this is stuff that's not covered by a typical insurance, so I don't know where these people are getting all that money from as well. What is that? I'm not really good at this. I'm not really good at this either. I'm not really good at that either. It's fine. Thank you. Oh, he's sending nudes of his dog? Oh my god. Incoming pics of dog butt. Thanks. How did you know that's what I wanted? And not only that, like many of these people's bodies are still growing. They say that your brain doesn't stop growing until at least age 25. And then you know what I think is like really really stupid now is that I've been seeing more and more videos of women getting tattooed eyeliner, and my mom actually has that, but it looks like more natural. Like it, she doesn't have like the winged eyeliner or whatever these people are doing. Um, Women are going out and they're getting tattooed winged eyeliner, and you see nothing but people disagreeing with it in the comments. It's just like, no, oh my god, she's gonna regret that, blah blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I'm sorry, you're the same people that goes and gets surgery on your butt and your boobs, stretches the skin to disfigurative proportions. And you look at somebody online getting a tattoo eyeliner and you're like, oh my god, you're gonna regret that. It's like not even 10 years ago it was in style to be super super skinny, like in the 2000s. And now like curvy bodies are accepted, and they're not only accepted but they're really popular. They're like on trend. That's also something that I don't agree with. Certain body types being on trend. Um and then just wait. In another 10 years, skinny bodies are going to be back, and now all these people are going to go in and reverse the surgery that they had so that they can be quote on style, on fleek. Also, we're going to have, I can't guarantee this unless the tides change. Um I also think that we're going to have a lot of people with feet and back problems. everybody on Tend if you meet the right people. Yeah, it's just like, why do we have to change anything about him? Like, aside, like, if you want to, do the whole going healthy, exercise, blah blah. If that's something you want to do, like, naturally, like, whatever, you do you. Um, on Trend. Yeah, exactly. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, there's this LGBT friendly bar that I go to, and literally everybody has the same body type. Um, every race, every age. Literally everybody has the skinny waist, big boobs, big butt, Literally everybody has that. And I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with the style, but it's just kind of like, it's kind of gotten like everybody looks like a clone. I think I was like talking about something before, but I don't remember what it was. I am not very good at this character, also. And I don't really think a whole lot of people know about this, but it's actually like a lot of upkeep if you have. Uh, I'm not necessarily sure with like getting a butt implant, but I know with breast implants there's actually like a lot of maintenance that you need, and sometimes your body rejects it and you have to get it removed, and like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of money for a lot of, and they can pop, that's true, a lot of money for a lot of like pain and misery. I don't know. Do it for the gram, right? It looks good in the gram. I wonder if that's something that nobody talks about, where it's just like it looks really good, but like they're in a lot of pain. Is that something that like is a real thing but nobody talks about it because how dare you? I don't know. I don't know. I remember just like, of course, like being in beauty school, you get surrounded by a lot of superficial type people. Um, but there is this like I have sat at the quote loser table. Um, I still like these two girls very fondly. I can't get a hold of them. I don't know what I did wrong, but I can't get a hold of them anymore. But I sat at the quote loser table. We were referred to as the loser table. Um, but we also did very good on tests and everything and all that. But anyways, I remember um, most of the people in our class were ages 18 to 20, and oldest person in our class was at the time was 27. Oh my god, she's in her 30s now. Wow. Maybe she thinks I'm too young for her. Even as a friend. I don't know. But yeah, but most of the people were like super young. I don't know what I'm doing. Is that for me? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, there was this one day where we walked in and there was like we were having quiet time, and some people were in the treatment room and then other people were sitting in the classroom talking, and the teacher was talking with a bunch of 18-year-olds of how she's like, oh yeah, I got my boob job after my son was born, and I just didn't feel like a woman until I actually got the surgery, like, because she's born a woman, she's heterosexual. um uh but she was just like, I don't know, it just kind of made me sad that she was just like, oh yeah, I didn't feel like a woman until I got the womanly body. Like, I don't know, that's something that I feel like I've just opened an entire hole of um awfulness just by saying that, but it's just like, I don't know, like, because there are things in mine that I would like to change, if I could. But like, I don't know. And then anyway, so she was telling these 18-year-olds that, and the 18-year-olds was just like, oh yeah, I get fillers, you know, like I got my own boob job, I got fillers, I got this, I got that. And some of them were even getting Botox. Like I know that they say like you can get Botox for to prevent wrinkles or whatever, but it's just like why? Like why would you, I don't know. Like I don't want to sound too judgy, but at the same time it's just like but why? Just like you're 18 years old, why are you caring about wrinkles? I don't know. Do you care about wrinkles? I just feel like this is just turned into judgmental central. Like if you want to do it, go ahead and do it, but I'm just saying that you should might want to give your body a couple years before you decide to make that kind of a change. You know what I mean? You don't? Okay, cool. I just feel like this has turned into judgmental central. And that was 6 years ago. So they turned out to be ahead of the curve. I don't know. I just tend to see a future. Oh, yeah, I was talking about feet and back problems. Um, I actually have a story about that when I worked at the arena. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I just see a future of like, 50 years from now, or not even that, maybe like 30 years from now, all these all these women walking around with saggy faces and saggy everything. Anyways, the thing about foot and back problems, I think we're gonna have a future of a lot of people with those kind of problems because um, every single time I go shoe shopping, unless it's for heels, um, I'm like shopping around for like tennis shoes, work shoes. You know, there's no arch support built into any of these shoes. And let's see, I know that there are inserts that you can buy, and I actually have a couple of inserts that if I'm having a particularly painful day, I'll have to wear them. But so the story I have to share about that is that can you stop, please? I have no idea what I'm doing. Look, I'm helping. Um, I bought like I had to my non-slip work shoes were falling apart when I was working at the arena. So I was just like, okay, guess it's time to go get another pair of work shoes. And my mom bought these particular work shoes with me. Didn't really like them because I don't know, like I just didn't like how they looked. But I wore them and they fell apart. And they lasted me a good 5 years. So fell apart, had to go get a new pair, and they had these like non-slip look-alike pair of canvas material like short Converse. And I thought they were so cool, and I was just like, "Oh man, it's going to be so cool. I'm going to look so cool." Wow. They had no arch support whatsoever, and my not only that, but my feet tend to get torn up with Converse, especially my heels. My heels and like the kind of like my little toe, the side of my little toes. Don't know why. Might be because I have wide set feet, and I don't know. Anyways, that's not the point. Um, I also have like generally weird feet, um, in particular. So, anyways, not the point. Yeah. So, the day after I bought the shoes, um, I had 5 nonstop days working Disney on Ice, and the first day I was in a little bit of pain. It was kind of uncomfortable. Look, see, I did it. I did it. Oh, they're so mad at me. You said to do it. I did it. Yeah, first day I was a little uncomfortable. Up, now I'm dead. Oops. Okay. I don't care. It's ARAM. Have fun. Um, the second day, I was in pain. The third day, yeah, I know. They're so mad. This is like the only game that I'm gonna keep the chat up just for fun. Um, so the third day, I was in a lot of pain. I had bandages all over my feet. The fourth day, I was in so much pain that it had altered my entire walk. It had altered my entire like um I can't think of the word right now. Like my feet hurt, my back hurt, my legs hurt, my calves especially hurt. It was not fun. And so you know what I did? You know what I did the rest of it? That fifth day that I had to work. Um I dug my shoes out of the trash and I cleaned up the ones that I got as best I could and I took them back. And I got another pair. I exchanged them for another pair. I was just like, I literally could not go another day wearing these shoes. Look, see, I'm helping. Look, look, yeah, I did it. Look, I helped. I shut somebody down. Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, I'm muting for excess pinging. No one needs that. Exactly. So yeah, like I have a couple pairs of Converse, but um I only wear them like I don't wear them when I'm gonna walk around the mall. I don't wear them when I'm gonna go to the zoo. I haven't been to the zoo in a while, but um yeah, if I know I'm gonna be walking more than I have to, like I will wear normal tennis shoes. I'll wear like either my boots or my tennis shoes. But yeah, I have weird feet. Pet wolves before. That is such a random question. I believe I have. It's good. Make sure to not hurt your feet. Yep. Oh, there's somebody down there? I didn't realize there was somebody down here. Are they okay? They doing okay? Oh my god, look at them live. Look at them live. They live in. Oh, I'm dying. Hey, look. No, I tried. You saw. Have you seen the things lifts? Yeah, I've seen those. I don't want to be taller though. I like being 5'2". Yeah, as far as feet go, they actually say that if you ever get like lost in the woods or something like that, this actually kind of goes along with the wolves thing. If you get lost in the woods or if you're in a survival situation, protect your feet. Like do everything you can to protect your feet because they're going to be your best tools. You know what's really weird that I'm like kind of figuring out? Um, my friends that are girls are actually smaller than me. Like they're shorter than me, I should say. I'm 5'2" and my friends are shorter than me. Like what? I don't know what that means. I think it's because like my whole life, like I was under 4 foot for most of my childhood, and being a kid and being small really sucks. But being an adult and being small, it's like the best thing ever. Because people are like, "Oh, you're small. Let me get that for you." Whereas like being a kid, it always felt kind of like I am really bad with the words today. I don't know. It felt kind of like offensive, patronizing. That's what I meant. I got it. No, look, see, I got it. Not even worried about it. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm actually the tallest of all my girlfriends, pretty much. And if I'm not taller than them, then we're the same size. But it's kind of weird because I remember like always being the shortest one and people would kind of like look down on me. And now I'm in the position where I have to look down on other people, and it's just like, I kind of hate this. This is actually very uncomfortable. Maybe this is why taller people don't want to hang out with me. Amari, how tall are you, if you don't mind me asking? 5'9"? Huh. Though your mom is 5'7" and you're shorter than her. That's weird. You should do a measuring yourself. Oh, that kind of reminds me. This is a surgery that I considered to be necessary in this case because this is what these particular people need to be happy. Um, Pilots apparently have to be a certain height. Not really sure if that's true these days. Um, but apparently you had to be a certain height um, to be a pilot. And I was watching like kind of a documentary about like people that go get surgeries to be taller. They basically insert rods, like they break your legs, and then they insert metal rods to make you a few inches taller. So that's a surgery that I consider to be necessary if you want to consider if you want to do a certain path in life, if that's the path that will make you happy. Which is kind of negating what I said before about my teacher getting a boob job because she said she didn't feel like she was going to be happy unless she got the boob job. I don't know. I don't understand. Who am I? This judgmental central this week. Better call Saul. I like E because he knew what he was doing. We had a Sona. Watch, she's gonna be. Oh, she didn't even say anything. Okay, hold on a second. I have to get more ice. I'll be right back. Hold on. Is it working? I don't know. Blah 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 blah. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So what I did was I put my Raycons in the case to charge a little bit while I was gone. Then when I came back, I put them back in. But apparently there was like a lot of like static or something without the Raycons. Okay, make sure I take a sip of your water. I'm actually not drinking water, I'm drinking soda, which is pretty much the worst thing that I could be doing. But I also have hypoglycemia. I sometimes use it as an excuse just to drink as much soda as I can. But what time did I take that Tylenol? Like 2 hours ago? I think so, yeah.
Fight for the first lands.
Oh, I'm really bad. Um, Ranged. Please. Okay, this is acceptable. Wow, look at how many people rerolled. Everybody rerolled at least once. So I added tags, and I guess League of Legends is not really a popular thing. Or maybe it just doesn't attract trolls. Give me a second. Where did I find it? Okay. Well, it looks like I had a couple second streamers, but not too many. There we go. Oh boy, we have a level 5, level 4, mastery blocked, yay. Okay, so these are basically like mastery. If they're really, if, um, the words are not easy to come by today. Um, if they haven't really played the character as much, it'll show up as, I guess, locked. I don't know what locked means. Maybe they locked it. Um, but there's level 4, level 5, level 6, and level 7. The higher your level is, the more skilled you probably are with the champion. So that's something that I always look for to kind of mentally prepare myself if somebody's going to be ridiculous to defeat or not. Oh no, what time did I say? Hold on. Who did I say that to? I told one of the scammers that I would do a video call with them, but I can't remember which one I said that to. Not tonight. I said I would do it tomorrow, but I can't remember if I said 6 or 7. Who did I say that to? Oh my god. Was it Facebook? Yeah, I think it was Facebook. What is going on? Who has the toaster for internet? He said, "When are we going to do video calls so that we can see?" I said, "You want a video call? Ugh. How about tomorrow at 7 p.m. PST, 1/20/22?" And he didn't even read it. Like, it didn't even say it sent. So I think I must have gotten blocked. Been like, ugh. Because I do. That's what I say. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I can do makeup. I can maybe count on one hand how many times I've done makeup on a person. Um, like somebody other than myself, I guess. But yeah, I can do it. I don't know if I could do anything like winged liner on another person, but yeah, maybe. But a lot of them are like 8 to 12 hours, either forward or behind. Like sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I'm in Texas. I'm on Texas time." I'm like, I think it's like 2 hours ahead. I think I don't remember. Yes, ahead. It's 2 hours ahead. But most of them, like, they don't even call me out on it. I'm just like, "Oh, you're from blah blah blah. Oh, okay." This looks like it hurts. That looks like it hurts. Like, look at how she's moving. Like right here exactly. Like, ugh. Anyways, I got distracted. I don't necessarily know time zones unless it's like American time zone. I don't know how it works in Alaska, but um I think Hawaii is like 4 hours and East Coast is 3 hours. East Coast is 3 hours ahead. Or is it four? Hawaii is 4 hours behind. Yeah, I'd like that. One thing, one piece of advice that I have to give you, find a really, really good eye primer and find a really, really good face primer that fits in with your. Um, you don't necessarily need any of the colored ones. Um, from what I remember, your skin looks pretty good. Um, but prep, it's all in the prep, especially when when you're somebody somewhere and you have to wear a mask. Um, make sure to get, it doesn't have to be expensive. Just get something that works with your not skin tone, your skin type. Um, yeah, definitely get um, a prep for your face, a prep for your eyeshadow, um, and get a really, really good, like, again, when I say really good, I don't mean really expensive. Um, but get a really good setting spray because it's all in the prep and it's all in how you set. Yeah, that'll definitely help. Yeah, I can't really tell you about the ingredients, but because I didn't really like. They told us a little bit about ingredients. Everything, pretty much, even drugstore, everything that you're gonna find is considered non-comedogenic, which means they don't clog your pores. Now, if we're gonna get technical about it, I might as well go ahead. When they say pores, the technical term for pores is sweat glands, sweat pores, where the sweat comes out. Um, when they mean like pores, as in like clogging your pores, that kind of stuff, in like skincare stuff, they're not talking about the sweat pores. They're talking about the hair follicles. So, parts of the skin where you get blackheads, whiteheads, those are going to be called hair follicles. Um, so it's kind of technical, but every single skincare thing that you're gonna see, unless it's something like Dermalogica, is gonna say, "Oh, your pores. Don't make sure it doesn't clog your pores." They mean hair follicles. But would you say your skin is on the more oily or on the dry side? Because there's like all the drugstore makeup brands that I get, I usually go for. I like the wet, dewy look, but it's kind of hard to get when you have oily skin. I would say that I have like more all over oily skin than I do dry or regular. But yeah, make sure you know what your skin type is. If you kind of describe it to me a little bit, like what kind of places you get acne, you would say dry. Uh, go for more of the um, as far as foundation. Um, let's see. I think like Maybelline Fit Me is a really good example of this. Um, they have a formula for dry skin, which is going to be more on the oily side, and then they have a formula for like oily skin, which is going to be more drying. So there's a couple makeup brands that will have like a more or less oily formula for that. So if you have really dry skin, I would say go for one that says specifically dry skin or dewy look or whatever, because that's typically gonna have more oil in it, and it's gonna hydrate and make your foundation look more natural. But again, all in the prep. Right before you put on makeup, moisturize, put that primer on your eyes, put it on your face. Because if you ask me, it's really all in the prep. Like, my skin is like, it's like so oily to the point where it's just like, um, yeah, I went to school for it. Yeah, like anything like skin related, you can probably ask me about it, and if I don't know anything about it, I can probably pull out my textbook. Although it's 10 years old by now, some of that information probably might be a little bit out of date. But like especially with the masks, I find that my makeup just slides off unless I do the proper prep work. Like I'll even like usually how I'll do my makeup is I'll like take a shower, do my hair, and then I'll put moisturizer on my face. I personally use Neutrogena hydrogel, I think. My skin typically does better with no Google. No. I didn't ask for you. What are you doing? Um, but I'll use like I find that the gel based moisturizers work better for me than the cream based, so I'll do that. And then I'll put eye primer on my eyes. For that, I've always stuck with Urban Decay Primer Potion. Again, that's a kind of expensive brand. I just use it because I've had it for so many years and I like it and it works for me. And But you don't have to go with an expensive brand, just use whatever the heck works for you. Eye primer, I do the top lids with eyeshadow. If I do liner, that's when I'll put on the liner. Most of the time I don't do liner. Wow, okay. We're doing good. And I missed. Yeah, eyeshadow. And then after that, if I put liner, then eyeliner. I like to use kind of like a winged liner. The kind I'm using is kind of expensive right now. It's by Too Faced, but it was a gift, so I'm gonna use it. Then after that, skin primer. And then after the skin primer, I'll put on the foundation. I'll just put it on with my hands. Like I don't know. I feel like it's like it melts into the skin a little bit better if you pat it into the skin with your hands or fingertips, I guess. And then depending on, how oily my skin is that day, I'll use a setting spray on top of the foundation. I'll let that dry, and then I'll go ahead and put a setting powder on it. And then after that, I'll do my contours. I usually like to focus on my cheekbones and my jawline. And then if I'm feeling up to it, I'll put some of the dark contour on my nose. I typically don't use concealer because I honestly like the look of dark circles. Just a little bit of dark circle. I tend to like that look. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, contour. If I feel like putting on highlighter, I'll usually put the highlighter on my cheekbones, like kind of like, I don't know, between my darker contour and my cheekbones. Sometimes I'll put it on my nose, on the tip of my nose. Um, then after that, I'll use more setting spray all over my face, and then um, I don't use eyeliner on my bottom lid. What I'll do is I'll take a kind of dark eyeshadow, and I'll put the dark eyeshadow on my under eyes to kind of like act like kind of like a smoky liner. And then after that, I'll put mascara on. And then after that, I'll put more setting spray on. And that tends to work for me. But I've been really using a lot of setting spray lately. Because it's just been, I don't know. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if I've been going through skin changes. I don't know if it's because like on and off the mask thing. I don't know, but it feels like my makeup is just like kind of rolling off my face lately. Maybe it's time to switch formulas. I don't know. But I would say typically the hardest part and the most important part is finding products that work for you. That's also in your price range. Um, I can send you a list of some setting sprays that I've used in the past. I know Elf has setting spray. It's basically like a spray bottle filled with it basically helps the makeup last longer. Like you spray it on and it's kind of like an invisible film that's supposed to make your makeup last longer. But there's a $5 bottle for I think like 3 or 4 ounces from Elf that I used in the past. I really loved it. Um, there's a more expensive spray by Urban Decay. Um, it's I think it's called All Nighter. It's a little bit more expensive, but I like that one too. Um, let's see the one that I'm working on right now, and maybe this is my issue, but I bought this like really cheap set of different scented setting sprays. Um, I don't remember the brand. Sorry about the 4v5. That's fine. Oh, they're on their side? Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, um, yeah, but that's probably the most difficult and most important tip I can give you is find what works for you.
Am I
And
catching
also,
steam?
um, I'm not sure if this is true for all makeup stores and all drugstores, but typically, if you use a product and you don't like it, or you don't like how it smells, or it makes you break out, especially if it makes you break out, um, you can, even if it's open, you can go ahead and take it back to the store and get something else. So don't ever, ever be afraid. There's so many things over the years that I've taken back because like I don't think I've ever taken skincare things back. But like I've taken stuff back that I've used before and I felt so like awful about it, but like the cashiers have been like, "No, no, you're good. Didn't work for you. It's no problem."
Enemy quadra kill. Shut down.
Ooh, is it a 4v5 anymore? I don't even know.
Enemy pentakill.
Oh, okay. It's fine. Not even worried about it. They didn't wait. They have our almost all our towers. Yeah, and um definitely like, look up some YouTube videos if you want to like know a little bit more about, basic and I have to warn you though, um makeup is basically just a fashion trend. Like the trends are always going to be changing. Like right now it's big lashes, big lips. Um, it used to be a couple years ago. It used to be super heavy contour, um, but like I typically tend to do my makeup like in 2016. Like I really haven't changed how I do my makeup in the past few years. Because I found that I like it a certain way. Low battery, please charge, of course, yay. Um, but like yeah, go ahead and like don't be afraid to watch YouTube videos, but I will have to warn you like it's all about trends. um and if you want to like pick and choose what trends you want to do and what trends like work for you, you want to work on, you like the look of them, like I would say like just go ahead and do that. And also don't be afraid to sub one product for another. Like let's say you're putting on a costume and your wig is blue. So um you want your eyebrows to be the same color as that blue wig. But you don't have any like eyeliner or pencil liner that matches the color of your brow of the wig. So what you can do is you can take eyeshadow. Like I mean, I have a couple of rainbow eyeshadow palettes, so this might be just like me saying let them eat cake, but you can absolutely use something that says eyeshadow on your brows. So don't ever feel like you have to be like use eyeshadow for your eyes or use brow pencil for your brows. You can use eyeshadow for your brows and you can use brow pencil for your lips. Like doesn't really matter. That was a really specific scenario and it's because it's what happened with my Queen Chrysalis. Like I already knew what I had to do, and there's somebody already dressed up as Queen Chrysalis, and we got together, we started talking and everything, and she's like, "How did you get your eyebrows that color? I can't find an eyebrow pencil that color." And I told her I was just like, "Oh yeah, like I just used the eyeshadow," and she's like, "Oh, I should have thought of that." Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Wait, can I only get one of them? Oh my god. Somebody get this girl. Get this girl, please. Oh my god. Okay. Oh wait, that's her? Okay, we got her. I honestly don't really see what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to look at your pictures a little bit better, but I didn't really notice it that well. Like, okay, is it just the eyeball? Or is it, like, does it affect the eyelid or the skin around it? Like, does it look symmetrical or asymmetrical as far as the skin? Ugh, I'm not even doing anything. Stop paying me.
I like to leave a lasting impression.
If I die here, frozen and alone, tell them I did it for science.
An ally has been slain.
No, I got her. Yay. I love this game. My curtains are on fire. Enemy double kill. Asymmetrical like the eyelid. There are little tricks that you can do to kind of hide that if that's what you want to do.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Because, like, there's a reason why I don't go on video unless it's for like a doctor's appointment or whatever. Wait, tell what? I'm I'm a little bit lost. Um, but yeah, but like there's a reason why I don't go on video or take pictures without makeup on, without my contouring at least, because like I've had people tell me that there's a 20-pound difference. Yeah, we're not gonna. Did I get her? No. Yeah, because like without my contouring, I've had people tell me that they thought I weighed like 20 pounds more than I actually do without it. So like it's all about the lighting. Like there's like multiple factors. There's lighting, there's how you put your concealer on, there's using your quote good side of your face to take the picture versus your quote bad side. Because all faces are typically asymmetrical, and one side is going to look quote better than the other. But end up on Sivir real quick, ML. Yeah, because Sivir's really not that difficult to learn. There goes one of my Raycons. Hold on a second. That is so weird. One of them, when I started, it was 80%, and now it says 60%, and the right one just died. But because you can hide. Anyways, you can hide stuff. Oh, also, I would recommend you to go into a makeup store. Like, I don't really know too much about Ulta, but Sephora, um, will give you like 3 samples. They can match your skin tone and your skin type to the type of to your face type, like the color and the formula that will work best for you. And but I found that the people at Sephora are really helpful in that kind of stuff. And most of the time they'll do it for free. Ooh, yes. Yes, please, yes. This is gonna be a bloodbath. But yeah, there's certain techniques and stuff that you can do with color to kind of play around with the light a little. and hide certain things that you don't like. And also, I'll let you know that the lighting in any makeup store, or it doesn't even have to be a makeup store, makeup section, anywhere, even if you go to like a Walmart or a Target, the lighting is going to be so different. This can be the same way in dressing rooms too. The lighting in dressing rooms and makeup sections are so like you'll go into the makeup store, you'll test a couple colors in the light, and you'll be like, yeah, I like this one, and then you'll go home and you'll use the same color, and it doesn't look right at all. It's unfortunate, but that's one of the sneaky ways that they keep you going into the makeup store. It's sneaky. It's real sneaky. Like, for the longest time, like, I have really pale skin. For the longest time, up until I think Rihanna released her makeup brand, it was extremely hard for me to find something light enough for my skin. Every single time I would go into a makeup store, even if it was just the drugstore, try on a color, the lightest color, and I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty good. I'd go home, I'd put the stuff on my face. It's not, it like my face looks like Oompa Loompa, and the rest of my body would look like dead pale white. I'm not even kidding. So yeah, sneaky, sneaky. They are sneaky, sneaky peeps. Yeah, exactly. So for the longest time, I had to actually go to the party store, get clown white cream makeup, and then get something from the drugstore, and then mix the clown white with the Trump looking makeup, like the quote lightest color they had, with the clown white to make it look natural. Those were not good times. You're so lucky to be growing up in a time where there is a lot more choice. Because, like, people of all colors had a lot of trouble. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. But the only thing that I don't like about Rihanna, not her as a person, but her makeup line, is that it's like $40 a bottle for foundation. I'm just like, are you insane? It's a color tax. Because I tried it and I was just like, yeah. But then again, I had stuff to mix it with. um. Oh, also, as far as like um, eyeshadows go, um, let's see. I typically don't spend a whole lot of money on my foundation and powder, or my contour. Actually, now I think about it, I don't use a contour palette anymore. The contour palette that I used to use got discontinued. So what I've been doing is I've been using one of the darker shades from my Naked 3 palette. Um, okay, so I recommend spending a lot more money on your eyeshadow um, than on your foundation and powder. Because one thing that I've noticed with like drugstore eyeshadow palettes or like the cheaper eyeshadow palettes is that they're just not pigmented enough. So like most of the eyeshadow palettes I have are like $40 to $50 each. Um, but the thing about eyeshadow palettes is that they last so long. Um, my personal favorite is a Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Um, yeah, they're really light and unsaturated if they're going to be from the drugstore. Um, but I got, let's see, it's usually a $60 palette, I think. And I got it, no, it's like a 50 and I got it for 23 or something like that, which is still a lot of money for a palette, but that was 3 years ago. I'm still using the eyeshadow palette. Um, Also, another thing to note, um, I don't really think you're going to be sharing your makeup with other people. But it's not recommended to share makeup with people unless you like um I don't know, like turn some of it into a powder and then put it. No, I don't think that would work. I'm getting like really technical here, but um don't share razors or makeup brushes with anyone but yourself. And cuz you could give somebody a really really bad infection. It's just like the stuff on your, like, the bacteria on your skin that's like normally on your skin, your bioflora. Um, Bioflora on every person is really different, and if you share yours with another person's, they could get really sick. So PP was just like, "You can use my razor," and I'm like, "You think I'm stupid?" I don't know. This just coming from, again, judgmental central. But this is just coming from somebody who um went to school for it, number one, and number two, um has heard so many horror stories of somebody using somebody else's powder brush and then getting a really really bad eye infection and losing sight in that eye. So yeah, so as far as spending a lot of money, I definitely think that you should splurge on eyeshadow. Um Also, Tarte. I love Tarte as a brand. I love um let's see, what did I, there's a certain like cream face primer that they had. Ugh, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like $30 for an ounce. But I got it because it was I got it as a gift, but I was so sad when that stuff ran out because it was really good. Um, but Tarte uh, Lights Camera Lashes mascara, and that one particular hold on, I got you. um, I got you. It's fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they're uh, one of their cream primers and their lashes. Really really good. Um I don't recommend their eyeshadow though. I found out that it's really not very pigmented for what they're asking for it. Um, but I like Too Faced. Too Faced is really good. I didn't even do anything. Yeah, Too Faced, Urban Decay. I found those eyeshadows in particular are really pigmented, really good quality. Um, oh, another thing that I should note is that there's people that say that you should throw out your $50 eyeshadow palette every year because it's quote expired. Don't do it. Like unless like you use the palette after like a few years and it starts giving you infections or starts like making your face or your skin inflamed. Unless it does that, don't throw it out because that's insane. Wait, what's true? Oh, that they expire? Yeah, if you look like any I can send you a picture of it if you don't know what to look for. Um but any makeup or skincare product that you buy, somewhere along the bottom of the bottle is going to have a little symbol of like a jar, like an open jar, and then it has a number on the jar. So it's either going to be like 12M or like 24M or 6M or 2W or something like that. Um, the number on the bottle is how many weeks or months you have before it expires after you open it. So like you have a cream, like a face cream that it says has the symbol on it with 12M on it. Once you open it, it's going to expire in 12 months. But I've had stuff for like 4 years in my cabinet that it still works. It still works for me. It's not making me sick. It's not making me inflamed. And it still smells okay. That, yeah, basically. It's like a countdown. But, not only that, but most healthcare products typically have a shelf life of 1 to 2 years. So when you buy a product, you have really no idea if it's expired or not because you don't know how long it's been in that store. So that's something that you also have to be aware of. And if you really care, you can go online and look up the lot numbers and see when that product was manufactured. But I would say just like just relax, just relax. I think it's a little anal to just like care about that kind of stuff unless you open it and it doesn't smell right or it's clearly been opened before or used or whatever. Oh my god. I'm doing so badly. That reminds me, I have to order more mascara. So yeah, I think most eyeshadows have 12M. The people that eat in stores enclose the product back. Not talking about grapes. I've only ever heard of that happening to grapes, but I did see a clip of a guy pre-pandemic, I'm hoping, um, at one of those like salad and soup buffets and just take the ladle and then drink the soup and try it before putting the ladle back in. I don't know if that's the same thing. Or do you mean like beauty products? How? I didn't even do anything. Did they nerf Vel'Koz? Maybe they did. Oh, also, um, for example, I go to Family Dollar and there's a soda half empty in the fridge. No! I mean, like, for the longest time, we had an Albertsons in our city that um, had, like, right as you walk into the store, they had a section of, like, not liter bottles, but, like, like Arizona tea and like Snapple and like water and bottles and blah blah. Um, but the section at the top of that particular section, they said drink as you buy or something like that, and it confused the heck out of people. And like what they meant by that, I asked about the sign one time after being really befuddled. I was just like, what? So like I walk in the store and then I can take a drink and I open it and then I can drink it while I'm walking around the store, like is that it? And then because I've heard that you can do that, I've heard that you can, if you intend on purchasing a product, you can do that. I cannot aim for the life of me. Um, but apparently, like, because you can do that if you fully intend on buying something, you can open it up in the store and you can eat it as you shop, and then when you're done, you can take the package up and then they can ring it up. Um, but yeah, definitely check for the crack. But but they had to take the sign down after a few weeks because of how confused people got over it. No, no, we're fine, thank you. But like, if you're gonna like take it, drink it, and then put it back, like, sorry, no, that's not acceptable. No, no, I got you. Oh, it's not up yet. It's not up yet. Oops. Thought I got it. No. Okay. Yeah, like this is something a lot of people says is really gross about me, but like I'm not afraid to eat expired foods. Like, I use my senses, like, and I know like um dark times and everything, a lot of people are having issues with smelling and tasting. But fortunately I've not been one of those people. I lost it for about a couple days and then after that it was back. No big issues. If anything, I feel like my senses have come back a lot stronger. Um but like there was this in one of the Aldi pages that I follow. There was somebody going like, um, I don't know which person I should be targeting. Um, I do it with milk, but yeah, like I'll smell it first. If I smell it and it smells good, and I pour it and it's not coagulated, then it's like whatever. Um, but I don't know, somebody shared this like picture of their like one of those like ground turkey packages. No way. No way. Oh my god. Don't take it. I need it. Um but like the package was completely puffed up and everything, and she's just like, "Should I throw this away?" And everybody in the comments except for me was sounding off going like, "Ew, no. No, like do that. You're gross. No, throw it away." Blah blah. And I'm just like, "Well, what's the expiration date?" And they're like, "In 2 days." And I was just like, what'd you do with it? Did you freeze it? Um like it doesn't expire for another 2 days. Like, did you freeze it? Did you like immediately put it in the fridge after you bought it? Like what's going on? And they're like, no, like everything's fine. And I was just like, literally just open it up, smell it. If it smells good and it looks good, cook it thoroughly, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Cause like I've literally had stuff that looked like that, but it smelled fine and it looked fine. It wasn't discolored or anything. I cooked it thoroughly and I've been fine. So it's just like but that's just me. But everybody sounding off the comments are like, ew, that's so gross. Why would you do that? I'm like, it's a lot of money, dude. Also though, I would have to point out that if it was really 2 days before the expiration date and it looked like that, you could go ahead and take it back to the store, no questions asked. You could get your money back. But anyways, yeah, I was like, ew, that's so gross. Okay, let's see. Have you ever met somebody that put milk in the freezer? I am that person. I'm just kidding. I did it once. It was gross. Never again. But I've never actually heard of people putting it in the freezer for fun. Or to keep it fresh, I guess. We got this. It's okay. We got this. See, look, I'm on a roll now. I'm just a late steamroller. See, look, I was paying attention. Yeah, I only did it once. Once when I was really sick as a kid. I had a cup of, I don't know if this is the same thing, but I had a cup of milk, and I was just like, man, I'm so feverish. It would taste so much better if it was, like, just a little bit cold. So I put it in the freezer, I took a nap, I forgot about it, and then when I remembered about it, it was, like, completely frozen and gross. Okay. I've never seen green milk before, but I know that it can. By the way, I think the grape thing is weird. I don't know, like, don't even get me started on when grapes are on sale at Aldi. Like, grapes aren't even that expensive compared to, like, strawberries. Like, strawberries will be like $5 a package unless they're on sale for like 99 cents. I just go to Aldi for all my things. But oh, heaven forbid the grapes go on sale. I don't think there's ever been a time, like, on sale or not, where I've been to the grocery store and all the packages of grapes are open. I don't think there's ever been a time when they've not, like, when I haven't even seen one package be unopened. It's weird. It's just like with berries, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you can just look at them and tell. Does that make sense? Or maybe they eat them. Do they do them by weight or by package? I know in Aldi they do them by package. I don't know. It's just something that I've noticed where it's just like, but why? Like, they're in bags for a reason. Like, I don't want to know, like, I don't want my food being touched. Like, I mean, I always wash it unless it's like prepackaged salad, like, I don't really care. Oh no, what? Like, I always wash my stuff after I buy it, but it's still just like, why? Are people doing the thing where they empty a bag of grapes into another bag? Oh, is that what they're doing? If they do them by package, then that's probably what they're doing. That's stupid. You can literally freeze grapes. By two. Oh no, like, not empty packaging, but like all the packages are open and you can just kind of tell that somebody's been rummaging around in there. There's a show on TLC, I think, called World's Cheapest People or something like that. And like this one particular episode is really gross. Um there was this woman that was just like, "Oh yeah, like I reuse all the water that I boil things in." And like she was just like, "Tonight I'm going to make spaghetti for my family." And she was just like, "Here's the reused boiled water." And like there's like this like film of like white milky like bubbly grossness on the top of it. It's just like, ugh, like, and she's like feeding it to her family and everything, and I'm just like, you can see the foamy gross yuck ew. And not only that, but she said when she goes to the store, like bananas apparently at the store that she gets them from. Yeah, like most of these people aren't even poor. It's just kind of like, I don't know, like I do feel bad for these people because there's clearly like some trauma that had to have gone on there, um, that they're either not able to get past or they don't understand that it's because of trauma. It's like a trauma response. Anyways, but like she went to the store and like how she buys bananas is that they do them by weight, and she's like, I don't eat the peel, so I'm not gonna buy the peel. I'm not gonna pay for the peel. So she peeled the bananas in the store and put the bananas in the bag, and I'm just like, but that's gross. Like they're gonna be all oxidized, gonna be all brown, but like even before you get home, like ew. I don't even like bananas anyways. I had so many bananas as a kid, I think it kind of ruined me on them forever. I don't know. I feel bad for those people, like especially if they're not poor. Like I mean, I feel bad for everybody if they're poor. I mean, if they're poor and they're happy, then that's one thing. But it's just like I don't know. Like in certain circumstances, I look and I'm like, it just seems like kind of a handicap. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah, the noodle water. So gross. It's like this white, milky, filmy grossness. Yuck. Ewy. No! I can't save her! Hoarders, too. I feel really bad for hoarders. Although there's a lot of people that would um, say that I am a hoarder. I feel like I'm more of a technological hoarder than anything else. Like, I have maybe a couple 100 GB of just nothing but screenshots. It's like, oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. And then I just keep it and then I put it on a thumb drive. Oh, yeah, that too. 600-pound life. TLC, man, they just have like the most bizarre, eye opening shows. But there's something that my mom does that kind of drives me insane and drives Fifi insane too. Um, like we have boxes and boxes of empty egg cartons and egg cartons and coffee cans because she's like, oh yeah, we can use them for this or that and everything, but they literally just sit in the garage and do nothing. And I'm just like, just toss them. Just Criffy, toss them. Oof, this blitz, man, I can't. There we go. I got one. My name files are so dumb and I can't remember them. I didn't even name them. I literally just like whenever I need to dump my phone, I just go onto my laptop and go, I don't know, screenshots November 2021 or something like that, and then I just put them all in there. I don't even categorize any of them aside from like time. No, like they're empty. Like we've already used the eggs, but they're empty. The egg cartons. Alright, everybody get away from that Blitz. He's a monster. Probably gonna go for me, no? Please, kill him! Kill him! Please! Thank you. Excuse me. I don't know if the egg cartons themselves attract bugs. They're the plastic ones, not the recycled paper ones. No, my mom. Because just like we're trying to find stuff in the garage and we can't because there's all these boxes of empty egg cartons. That's okay. Yeah, egg cartons and coffee cans. Just like, wait, what do you mean I have 10,000? How did I get that much money? I can literally just finish my build right now without even thinking. What else? This. Is that really my last item? I literally just bought my last item. Okay. Yeah, the plastic ones don't. They're all plastic. And then the coffee cans are metal. It's like, ugh, why? Oh, by the way, this is going to be the last game of the night. Because I don't know how much time left I have with this one Raycon. Oh, I didn't feed the poros. I gotta feed them. Look it, look it, look it. Isn't that cute? Oh, he's so happy. And if they get big enough, they explode into like 5 or 6 other poros. Isn't that cute? I've only seen it happen a couple times. Yeah, because it's a little past midnight Pacific Standard. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Told you so. We're fine. By the way, did y'all know how expensive ink has gotten? This is like such an adult thing for me to say, but like, I don't know if I talked about this, but I have my boss gave me a company credit card and was just like, hey, can you go to the office store and get some ink? And I was just like, yeah, sure. And it was like, I was floored. Like, it wasn't even my money, and I was just like, what the crap are we spending $80 a carton for? Like, I don't even think we use a lot of ink. It was $80. It was $82 per thing, and we needed 3 of them. Like, what? Anyways, yeah, printer ink. $82 per color. And I think for black it was like even more expensive. No, I did not. Anyways, do you stub your toe often? Do you fear any animal? If so, which one? I don't stub my toe too often. What I do is I drop things on them. But if I'm gonna stub my toe, it has to be like the pinky toe, because I feel like... Okay. I needed to. Yeah, I always stub my pinky toes. Probably pinging the hell out of me. Do you fear any animal? If so, which one? Any animal that's really, really smart. Like, they're not necessarily dangerous. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really think the word is fear. I think it makes me uncomfortable. Like, crows, ravens, magpies. I don't really fear them, but any kind of animal that's more on the intelligent side, or like they remember faces and everything, like it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, dolphins especially. Like, there was a video that kind of went viral of like this guy is surfing and everything, surfing with the dolphins, and this one literally comes up and bumps him off his surfboard. And you're like, you know that thing just did that for fun. You know it just did it for fun. Like it didn't do it on accident. You know that that thing did it for fun. There's nothing wrong with that. It just makes me uncomfortable. Nope, not today. Like elephants. There's another. No, no. Oh my god. Somebody, please, thank you. Elephants are especially intelligent. Um, they've actually like said that there's like you see like something that you think is cute. Like for me, like I think a snake is cute, but like apparently there's like neurons that fire in the brain for somebody to be like, "Oh, that's so cute." Like certain neurons fire in the brain to where like it's basically like the cute part of the brain. When something is cute, those are the neurons that fire. And they took a brain scan of an elephant while it was looking at a human, and they're just like, and they figured out like the neurons in the cute sector were fired, and they're just like, oh, elephants think we're cute. And I'm just like, that's disturbing. I actually kind of don't like that. No way, I can't believe we actually win. If you were reincarnated as anything, what would it be? A bird, particularly a seagull. I'd like to be a seagull. Yeah, it would have to be some kind of bird. I would prefer a seagull. um Yeah, seagull, magpie, a crow, or a raven. But if I had to pick, it would probably be a seagull. Anything that flies, really, not bugs. Tank, Zyra. Oh, whoa, 76v45. Wow, okay. Only prolong a losing game. Oh, nice! She wasn't even doing anything. Jeez. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, who's this? Sure. Okay. Anyways, I don't necessarily have a big day tomorrow. I gotta pick up a couple prescriptions. Um, Pick up prescriptions, and then I have to tour a venue, maybe tour another venue. Um, let's see. What would you be reincarnated as I go along with talking? And then I don't know what I'm doing for girls' night, but we're planning on doing our girls' night. Blah 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 blah. Cause my thing, even though it sounds bad, it's not contagious. It's literally just HSV. Go on. And even though the article that I came across and I read on the last Minecraft screen, can't talk, a cougar or some feline, that's cool. Let's see, what was I saying? Because even though the article says that you can, like, it's contagious, you can pass it through, like, kissing or oral saxophone. Um, I had a few tests done and they confirmed it as HSV1, but it's the specific type that I have is not contagious. So that's what they told me. I don't know if it's true or not. That's what they told me. Yeah, girls' night. We usually do like either hang out at my house or hookah or drinks somewhere, but mostly we do hookah. So I'll see if the sore clears up in my throat. But otherwise, we're just planning on doing hookah. Okay, yeah. And with that, I hope everybody has a good night, good rest of your week. It is now Thursday if you are in Pacific Standard Time. If you're in Hawaii, you're going to have to wait a couple more hours. You are still on the 19th. Sorry. 3 more hours to go. Or 4. I don't remember. So yeah, have a good rest of your week. Have a good night. Me and Amari are planning on doing our Minecraft series on Monday. Planning on it because Mondays are the days when I can usually go on the stream really early in the night because we're 3 hours apart and it's 3 a.m. for her and I just feel bad. So yeah, have a good rest of your week. Be safe but not too safe. Remember to live a little, pursue your happiness. Have a good night. Bye.